This is the case of effusive constrictive pericarditis. This is left atrium, left ventricle, this is aorta, and this is right ventricle. This is posterior wall of left ventricle, and this is pericardial effusion. If effusion is posterior to aorta, then that will be pleural effusion. If effusion is anterior to aorta, that is pericardial effusion. That is the point to note in parasternal long axis view. This is parasternal long axis view, and this is left atrium, left ventricle, the aorta. This is posterior wall of left ventricle. This is interventricular septum. Posterior to posterior wall. This is the point where we measure the extent of effusion. If effusion is more than 20 millimeter, that is severe. If 10 to 20, between 10 and 20, that is moderate. If less than 10 millimeter, that is mild. You can see this again, the pericardial effusion. Now you can see the fibrinous band here. This is fibrinous band. You can find fibrinous band here. So this is definitely exudate in nature. Pericardial thickness is also seen here, thickened here. You can see the thickening. This is visceral pericardium and this is parietal pericardium. Now you can easily see. Let me zoom the structure to show you. This is visceral pericardium, that means attached to directly over the heart. Then there will be fluid, of fibrinous band, and then other portion, that is parietal pericardium. So this is the case of what? Effusive constrictive pericarditis. Why we call it constrictive? Because the patient has liver enlargement, ascites, legs swelling in clinically, and IVS has got interventricular septum. This interventricular septum has got paradoxical motion. You can see the respiratory variation. Respiratory variation means whenever there is inspiration, IVS moves into more towards left ventricle. Second thing, for constrictive pericarditis to say, the size of IVC has to be dilated and not changing much with different phases of respiration. That is, inspiratory collapse is not seen, almost dilated. Less than 50% is significant. So if size is more and does not change with inspiration, that means IVC's pressure inside IVC is quite raised. And one more thing you can see here, you see just again the pericardial effusion, fibrinous band, minimum fibrillation band. This subcostal view. In subcostal view, you can easily find out pericardial effusion. Very nice view to find out pericardial effusion. So this view also shows the very small fibrinous bands. So ultimately, middle hepatic band has to be seen with expiratory flow reversal. Whenever you see more flow reversal during expiration compared to inspiration, that suggests constrictive pericarditis. So this is middle hepatic vein. Again, this is middle hepatic vein. Cursor is placed in middle hepatic vein. This is the normal flow. The downward flow is normal flow. Upward flow is flow reversal. So whenever you find this flow reversal is more during expiration, at the beginning of expiration you find more reversal, that is suggestive of constrictive pericarditis. If you find more on inspiration, that is suggestive of restrictive cardiomyopathy. So whenever you see more reversal at the beginning of expiration, that is in the support of constrictive pericarditis. Next finding is annulus paradoxus motion. Annulus paradoxus motion means normally lateral annulus has more velocity compared to medial annulus, but in case of constrictive pericarditis, things reverses. That means the medial annulus, this This is medial annulus has more velocity compared to lateral annulus. So then it favors constrictive pericarditis. In this case, I will show you. You can see how the IVC does not collapse enough, that does not collapse normally. You can see the dimension during inspiration expression is almost remaining same. That means IVC is dilated and does not change much with inspiration. That is pressure inside IVC raised, that is pressure inside right atrium raised. Now see, this is the velocity of lateral annulus. You see the cursor is at lateral annulus. This is cursor with lateral annulus. Velocity is 6.8 centimeter per second. You can see here the velocities. But in case of medial annulus, the velocity is 10.6 centimeters per second. That means medial annulus has more velocity compared to lateral annulus of mitral valve. That is annulus paradoxus, because that is abnormal. Normally, lateral annulus has more velocity. So whenever you find medial annulus more velocity compared to lateral annulus, then it goes in favor of constrictive pericarditis. Thank you.